LNT chairman Subramanian is about the lack of mobility of Indian workers. He gave the example of a worker from Chennai who would rather quit than move to Delhi when asked to do so for his work. And did he put his foot in the mouth, or is there a grain of truth to it? I think it's the latter, although he has been trolled extensively in social media about his comments on this topic. So let me explain where I'm coming from. I'm a military brat, son of an Air Force officer who grew up literally across this vast country. I went to a dozen schools, yes, a dozen schools across India while growing up. Schools ranging from Bagdogra near Assam in West Bengal, in the school in Delhi, school in Jodhpur, Rajasthan, in Chennai, Bangalore, of course, where we settled, and a few others in between. And it was an excellent journey for us, life lessons while growing up. But we probably couldn't have done it if my dad hadn't been in the defense. He had the safety net because every new place he would move to, we would have our quarters ready and available for us to move into. And a guaranteed admission in local Kendriya Vidyalaya schools, central schools. And that was almost a given. And that made the move easy and palatable for people like him in the services and for families to tow along. Now, fast forward to today, where regionalism, local language, and localization seems to be rearing its ugly head when it comes to local politics. Take the example of even Bangalore. Just recently, when local Kannada activists went on a rampage across the city, shuttering businesses, asking them to change the signboards from English signage that was prominent to Kannada signage, just to promote local language. And there is probably a reason to it, and there is a lot of politics behind it. Likewise, they were following the Tamil Nadu model, is what they claim to say, and likewise other states. The chief minister of Maharashtra came out in the open and said local government officials will have to deal with the citizens only in Marathi. And while he's attracting multinationals to come in, he wants locals to communicate only in Marathi with the local businesses. Now, people are struggling to come to grips with this dichotomy. On one hand, the chief ministers, the political leaders are attracting businesses because the builders are breathing down the nose. The builders have built extensive tech parks, tens of thousands of square feet of office space, and they want to fill it up with office workers, which means you need to attract workers from across the country. Now, people from, say, a techie from Chennai is going to think twice before moving to Chandigarh. Or the techie from risk of uprooting one's family, moving to a new place, having to learn new culture, because that's part of the game. But the fact that you are going to be forced to do so, and forced by government officials, forced by local business leaders. Say, the example can think of a couple of friends in Bangalore burned their fingers while investing in property, buying houses back in Bangalore. Reason was the local builders swindled them, and when they went to complain to local officials expected a bribe and asked them to submit these forms and applications in Kannada. And these guys from Chennai and Chandigarh hadn't learned to read and write Kannada in their school years. So to have that level of proficiency, to be able to deal with local government officials to make complaints or petitions is not that easy. And when you're making it hard for people who have moved across the country, hard for them to live and lead a sustainable life, there is a dichotomy here. People are going to think twice, and in this era of social media, people are going to share their horror stories of moving across the country and going through all these hassles. So there is a grain of truth to what the LNT chairman is saying. And unless the business leaders and unless the politicians come together and make it easy for people to move around the country, you're still going to have this as an issue. Thank you.